Hey, man, we got an EZGO 48 volt here. Customer said it runs slow, and so what I'm gonna do is take it and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it. I think I already know what's wrong with it, man, but I'm gonna check it and see, let y'all see. Customer said it runs slow. Now the first thing you wanna do, like always, test battery voltage. What you want to do is go to your main negative, main positive on the batteries. First thing you always do is test battery voltage. That's V with a straight line. All right, got that. Your main negative is here. Now go ahead and leave your main negative here because all the tests we're going to do, except maybe a couple of them, are going to be your black lead in the main negative, so I stuck that there. And then I'm gonna put my red lead on main positive. Let me tell you, by the way, if this is corroded, that's corroded, buy your new plug. You can't bypass. That's a heat sensor for the charger if you have the factory charger. So if it's corroded off, now don't do like this car here is now. You can see you got corrosion. Spray your batteries off, man, once a month. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna shock you. It ain't gonna kill you. Spray them off. Spray them off toward the passenger side. All right. Take it here. Got 51 volts. Don't drop below 50 volts. So that's good. All right. That tells us that it's doing its job. All right. Now what you want to do is take this cover off here. I already took this off. Get you 4 3/8 bolts in here. You want to take the bolts out. And as you do that, you'll take the cover off here. All right. Now the way I do it, man, is if you look in here, the toe switch, you really can't work in here because the toe switch, the cover's in the way if you're doing a test. So what I always do is just unscrew the toe switch like that, nothing but a nut there with a sealed boot, and get the cover off to the side. All right, then I put my boot back on so it don't get lost. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is take my solenoid cover up, which is gonna be right here. That's 3/8 also. Take that off. All right, you can take your solenoid wire off here, your solenoid cover off. The first thing you want to do is check pin number 5 on the controller. And what this does, this is your charger anti-lock, or y'all probably know it as your reed switch. You always check this first. All right, because if that has no voltage, the car is not going to do nothing at all. All right, so you want to make sure you do that first. Now, if you look at your harness, the harness is kind of backwards because I say 5, but 5 is actually on the back here. White's 1 like that. So your 5 is your orange and red wire, and you don't have to check it with it plugged into the controller. And you can see there, I have 50 volts. All right. So that right there tells me that my charging port or my reed switch is good. All right. So what you want to do, well, actually we'll leave it out for another couple more tests. All right. So then, if you have no voltage there, bypass your reed switch. Go to my channel, type in bypass charging receptacle golf cart whisperer, and you'll find the video. Yeah, let's check your toe switch. You want to make sure you have voltage on your toe switch. All right. Put the voltmeter there. If you look at your toe switch, you're only using your white and orange, your white and red. So we're going to check the white and red side. I have 2 volts there. Battery voltage on my red and nothing on my white. So what that tells me, I'm in tow. Let me turn it to run. All right, now I have voltage there and I have voltage there. If you have no voltage here, check your reed switch because it's probably bad. If you don't have voltage here, but you have voltage to your reed switch on your red wire here, put a new controller on. The controller ain't putting out voltage. All right, then you want to take this right here, your white wire, if you flip this switch, this in tow now, if you flip it to run and voltage don't carry over like that, and you have voltage on this side here, replace your tow switch, all right? And if you doubted yourself, you could take this side here and hook it to this side and bypass it and see if it runs, if you think it's bad. All right, we'll flip it back and run. All right, now we're going to go to pin number 9 on the controller, which is going to be your red wire here. Or on some of them, it's going to be red and blue, all right? Or on a newer style. You're going to take it here. And you can see there, I have battery voltage, all right? That there is your output for pedal switch, solenoid, no, excuse me, not solenoid, and the key switch and the toe switch and everything, all right? So make sure you have voltage there. You have to have voltage. If you don't have voltage there, then replace the controller, man, because they ain't put out no voltage nowhere, all right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to our solenoid. And you see a yellow wire here, right here. That's a small post here. That is your input from the key switch, because it goes from this red wire here, ties into the toe switch, ties into the key switch off that one wire. All right, the key's off now. I'm gonna turn it on. 51. See right there, I have 51.16 volts. Let me get back. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. You can see the meter. So I'm gonna touch it here again. You can see there I have 51.16 volts. Now, if you have no voltage there, before you assume the key switch is bad, go to your key switch and make sure you have voltage on the white wire at the key switch. If you don't have voltage there, but you have voltage on pin number 9, check your harness. Your harness has got a break in it. If you have voltage there, but you have no voltage here when you turn the key on, replace your key switch, or check the wire coming from the key switch. All right. And then after that, but another way you could bypass that, if you wanted to test that, you could run your wire from this side of the solenoid right here, which is the main side, this right here, to here. You just run a wire straight from there to there, and that bypasses that side of it. And what that does is it tells you if it is a break in the key switch or a break in the harness. Or it could be the controller not putting out voltage, all right? Now, the next thing we're going to do is test the forward and reverse switch. We have a green and an orange wire, which is going to be pin number, what is it? Green and orange, right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all right? So we're going to test pin number 9 first, which is your orange wire. We're going to test pin number 9, which is your orange wire. I'm going to put it in reverse. You can see in reverse I have voltage. In neutral, no voltage. And forward, no voltage. If you have voltage in either one of them besides reverse, in reverse, replace your switch up here. Or make sure on the forward side it don't show voltage already, because if it does, it could be a controller. Now I'm going to take it here to number 8, which is going to be my green wire. I'm going to put it in forward. All right, I have it in forward there. You see that? I have voltage. Turn this on like this. All right, put it in neutral, and I put it in reverse. You can see in reverse it shows nothing. There again, if you got voltage in reverse when you're in forward, replace the switch. It's something bleeding over internal. All right, or don't just assume that the switch is bad because you have no voltage here. Go to your switch and check it at that color wire. Forward is going to be green, reverse is going to be orange. Check voltage when you put it in that switch. All right, don't rule out the harness, man, because dirt does eat a bunch of stuff up and cause problems. All right. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button for me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test pedal switch. All right. And your pedal switch is going to be pin number 6 here. And pin number 6 is going to be your green wire. This is your return back from your pedal. All right. Like I said before, the hot automatically comes through the number 1 pin. All right. Well, excuse me, number 9 pin. All right. So remember that. So you don't check your output going to the pedal switch. You just check your input coming from it. And it's going to be number 6. It's going to be your green wire. I should have put it in there prior. So what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. I'm just going to stick my harness in there, my thing in there. Stick the lead in there like this. I'm just going to plug her in if I can. All right. I'm going to try to plug it in like that. All right, I got it plugged in. Make sure I'm in volts. Then I'm going to hit the gas. Now, I don't have it in forward now. I got it in neutral. Right now, I'm just testing the switch so we don't take off on me. And you can see in forward, let me go to volt, I'm in the wrong thing. You can see in forward, I have gas. I have voltage. That tells you the micro switch is good. If you don't have voltage there, check the pedal switch or check the red wire at the pedal switch and make sure you're getting voltage at the right time. Now we're going to test your ITS, which is pin 1 and 2, the black and white wire. All right. And you can see here 1 and 2 is going to be black and white right here. So what we're going to do is stick it inside the white wire. And you can see in the run position, the white wire shows voltage 15 volts. All right. So remember that. If you don't show voltage in the run position on the white wire, which is pin number 1, replace the controller if you have voltage everywhere else. If you made it this far, you have voltage everywhere else. Number 2 is going to be your black wire. Now that's going to be your return from the ITS. All right. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take it, put it in forward with the key on. Let me get, must be in the wrong wire. You can't see the wires. No, I was in the damn no wire. I'm going to pin number, actually I'm in the wrong wire. Right here, pin number 2, the black wire. All right, let me get that out of the way there. Get this out the way. And you can see now I have it plugged in to the white wire itself. All right. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to check voltage going out to the ITS. Let me get my voltmeter on both DC. And what we're going to do here, we're going to test this with it in neutral too. So you don't have to try this and run over nobody. So you're in pin number 2, voltage should travel from 1 to 2.9, a full pedal. I'm hitting the gas. You can see 2.89, 2.88, so that's 2.9 volts. So that tells me the ITS is good. All right. If you get no voltage there, but the 0.9, replace the ITS. If you already get anything above 3 volts right now without hitting the gas, replace the ITS. All right. Now the last thing we're going to test is the controller. All right. On your controller, you have B minus and an N minus. Well, excuse me, B plus and the N minus. And what you want to do there is you want to put, I'm going to try to show you. Your B minus is going to be on this side of the controller. Excuse me. Your M negative, you want to put on that in the middle. Your red lead, you want to put on B plus, or you can just stick it right here. I'll show you this. Or if you didn't want to take a chance in touching the controller and frying something, you could just take it and stick it on B plus on the solenoid. When you hit the gas, it engages. So you do 2 tests. You hold your hot there, and you check voltage across the solenoid. Make sure the solenoid is good. All right. So what I'm gonna do? Take this lead right here. Now I'm going to put this on my M- on the controller, which is in the middle post. Now, if you show no voltage here, solenoid's bad. If you have voltage on this side of the solenoid, we're going to put it on middle post, B negative. M negative, A1. Put it in forward. I'm going to hit the gas. You can see voltage goes up. All right, the farther you go with the gas pedal, the faster it will go. If you have no voltage here, when you do that, replace the controller. Controller's bad. But take your black lead and put on the main negative, and we're going to hit the gas first, and just to verify voltage is across. Now, yes, right now it's 50 volts, but it's just dead voltage. All right, there's nothing to it. It's dead, no amp draw. So I'm gonna take it, hit the gas, go watch it drop when I draw amps. Put it in forward key on. You see it change. Whenever you put a draw on it, it changes. So that tells me the solenoid is good here. If you don't get it like that, replace solenoid. Now, if you get voltage out the controller, and the cart doesn't run, let me say this: if you get voltage out the controller, say you hit the gas, and voltage goes up to 8, 10 volts right fast, and then cuts back off. All right, it's not the motor. If it was the motor, voltage on that wire on M negative or A1 would hold voltage. If it jumps up real fast to 10, 15, 20 volts and cuts off, it means the drivers inside the controller are bad. All right. If you hit the gas and it shows voltage and it holds, say 42, 44 volts, and holds there until the solenoid clicks out, then you know that the motor brushes are stuck in your motor. Now, if you have a solenoid, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. So then I'm gonna call it quits. If you have a solenoid that when you hit the gas, it does click, click while you hold the gas down, don't waste your time, man. First, you test batteries. Second, replace controller. All right? Don't waste your time troubleshooting. Click, click is like the kiss of death. All right, man, stay tuned, man. I'll post some more.